Let's go back to the just concluded Luo Community Festival, and the Thimlich Ohinga in Nyatike Constituency, Migori County, is an archaeological site that remains close to the heart of the Luo community due to its traditional setup depicting a traditional Luo homestead. The site carries the heritage of the Nilotic Community and has remained an important educational site for historians, having been officially recognized by the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, that is UNESCO. And before the conclusion of that festival, that is in Migori County, our reporter Wycliffe Okech visited the site and filed the following report.
Traditions form the critical definitive aspect of every indigenous community. Such is evident here at Thimlich Ohinga, a Luo connotation that loosely translates to a frighteningly dense forest that the community's forefathers used as a fortress in which they lived and provided for their families.
Thimlich Ohinga is derived from three Luo names. They are named Thim, Lich, and Ohinga. Now, Thim generally is something that is forested, heavily covered with forest. Lich is the scary nature of it. It's a thick forest, sort of. But the Ohinga is now the enclosures, putting of stones together. That is what we call Ohinga. Right. So it is a scary, so it's like the Ohinga were enshrined in a thicket, something that had dense of trees.
Here is Kochieng, the Luo word that means the home of Ochieng or Kochieng enclosure. The enclosure is surrounded by a dry architectural stone wall built with absolute ingenuity without cement or any other construction material used today. Built over 500 years ago, this dry stone wall is a representation of the modern-day homestead perimeter wall the Luo community has over the time identified with this particular archaeological site that they believe is a representation of their forefathers' typical homestead. Within the enclosure is a setup that reflects the format of a traditional Luo homestead. Charles Otieno Aongo, the curator at Thimlich Ohinga, welcomes us to a modern homestead format and extraction of the ancient Kochieng enclosure. According to Aongo, Ochieng always gave priority to the first wife by ensuring her house stood at the center facing the gate, with the houses of the other wives sitting either side of the first wife's house.
This structure gave prominence to the first wife, even if they had children or not. This home belongs to the first wife, and that is why that gate is directly pointing to her door. If she exits this place, you will be having trouble living with other wives.
His sons' houses were built closer to the gate as they were more energetic to protect the homestead against any external aggression. Also within the enclosure was a cattle pen and a granary. Many Luo polygamous homesteads went on to depict this format, although modernity is unfortunately eroding such traditions.
I think we can preserve it by putting more emphasis on facilities like this, encouraging group visits or family visits, so then they get to know the importance of actually doing those activities that people are abandoning today.
And is presently used by the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization to promote global peace by fostering cultural understanding. And as the 5th edition of Piny Luo Festival continues in Migori County, members of the community have thronged the site to trace their heritage, which includes migratory patterns and the way of life of their forefathers. Well, modernity and technological advancements may be posing a threat to the stability of indigenous cultures. That notwithstanding, the elders of the Luo community are continuously reminding the youth to visit places like this to learn about the ways of life of their forefathers. Reporting for Channel 1 from Thimlich Ohinga Cultural Heritage in Migori County, my name is Wycliffe Okech.